What's up, guys? We are back, and I'm looking at some more MLB plays today over on PrizePicks. Yesterday, we had our entry as a do not play since the Mets game got postponed. It'd be a good thing for us because Palante sucked yesterday. So we're looking to keep catching with some more winners today. Excluding yesterday's plays, we have a 4-1 run. Let's keep it going with some more winners. If you guys want a third play in tomorrow's video, leave a like on this video here, because if we get to 175 likes, I'll drop a third play in tomorrow's video for y'all. And before we get to the free plays, don't miss out on checking out the DubClub if you have not already. There's a link available in my description or in the top line of the comment section. If you click on that link, there will be a banner that pops up at the bottom of your screen for DubClub, giving it a limited time discount to get into my DubClub. And then once you join the DubClub, the first thing I recommend you do is connect your Discord to DubClub. That way you get access to all of my six-mans, you get access to all of my community chat, my contributors plays. There's so much value available over in the DubClub Discord. You can see here that we actually had 3 different six-mans yesterday, missed by 1 single leg. It was really a ridiculously painful day. We've been crushing these six-mans all year, but we could have had yet another massive day yesterday. Albie's here just needed a hit, essentially. You have Trevor Story here, who was on base like once or twice, had a double, and he still was not able to score a run there. And then Goldschmidt here just had to do anything besides get a hit. He could have got a run or an RBI or even just a hit by pitch, and he would have cashed there. So many different ways to have a great day yesterday. Fell short. But we really have been crushing it on these six-mans here. You can see the ones that we've been having lately. This isn't even the most recent one here, but we had this one here. They did a 750 just the other day. You have this one right there that we cashed out on. You have these ones here. We cashed out for almost $2,000. We've had a lot of very, very good days with these six-mans lately over in the DubClub. But that's not the only thing available. You also get all of my main plays sent to you, as well as my contributors plays from Asmies, Emo, Elo, Third one in Nerd Alert. Asmies is golf plays. Emo is going to be WNBA. Elo is soccer. Third one is tennis. And Nerd Alert is esports. The community chat is also a great place to be. It is pretty damn positive. I try to keep everything super positive in there. There's a lot of really good guys there in the Discord too, sharing their plays that are actually winning also. It's also super easy to reach me if you have any questions or want like any advice on plays or anything, or just anything of the sort. So just at me in the chat and I will respond to you, usually in a pretty good time frame. So don't miss out on joining. There's that link available in my description. Go get in with that discount. There should be a banner that pops up giving me a limited time discount. And now with that out of the way, let's get to these free plays. Make sure you play responsibly and at your own risk. Leave a like on this video here if you have not already, and subscribe with the notifications on. Let's get to these plays. The first play on the PrizePicks board for this slate is going to be over in the fantasy score category, but same process. If you have another app out there, if you're not on PrizePicks, I like the over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs for Michael Busch today. I think both spots are great, but if you're on PrizePicks, I prefer the over 5 fantasy. Let's take a look at why, though. You can see here that Busch has actually had at least 5 fantasy in 54% of games. He's gone over his hit, runs, and RBIs at about 45% of games here. If he hits a double and that's it, he's going to just push this line really easily. You know, an RBI double, he clears the line, anything like that. A single and a run is 5 points. There's a lot of ways for him to cover his fantasy score line today. And the Cubs are going to be favored here on the road with some pretty good weather and a nice over-under. In wins this year, Michael Busch has had at least 5 fantasy in about 67% of games. In his last 20, 70%. He's also been very hot in the last few games here, as you can see, going over in about 7 of his last 9 games, as you can see there, with 49 and 14 in his last 2 wins, as you can see there. But overall, the matchup is going to be pretty good for him, too. He faces Chris Paddock, who is a righty, where he has a better hit rate this year. On the road this year, he has pretty much the same hit rate, not really a crazy change there. You also have, though, these splits, which can show that he's actually been a lot better against righties this year. He has a 297 average, but a 312 against righty starting pitchers, which is a great sign for us. We're going to be getting that righty-lefty matchup here. Paddock has been a little bit better against lefties, but not really by much. And a 4.12 ERA and a 2.42 batting average allowed is still not very good. So I'm definitely very happy with that. But he throws mainly the fastball, the changeup, and the slider. He has a 4.04 on-base average, but against the fastball, it goes up to a 4.11. Changeup is a 6.16 with a not too bad of a sample size either. That's ridiculous. Slider stays right there at a 4.04. So he's very good against the top 3 pitches, and especially that changeup, which he's using about 24% of the time. And as well as the fastball, too. I mean, 4.11 on-base average is still very good also. I think Busch is in a great spot for a couple of reasons here. He's going to be batting probably about 5th in the lineup today. And it's a pretty good matchup for him against Chris Paddock. So give me the over for Michael Busch and his 5 fantasy score over on PrizePicks today. Now, before we get to my next play, if you've not seen it, DK has their new app out there that is a DFS app. It's called DK Pick 6, as you see here. What's cool, though, is that they also have NBA Summer League on the board, and we currently have some discounts for some NBA Summer League. I think this is the first app I've seen offer some discounts for the NBA Summer League. We have Harper and Flag discounted right now on their points, and they're pretty good discounts. They're about 3-point discounts right there. not too bad. So it's a really cool promo that DK is running right now. DK Pick 6 is running. They have a lot of cool categories too on the board for not just NBA Summer League, but also the MLB as you see here. It's a really cool app that can offer some pretty good payouts. So if you're not yet on DK Pick 6, sign up using my promo code DOMG to get access to a couple of different promos. It is available in most states. Go use that link in my description and promo code DOMG when signing up for DK Pick 6. All right, now getting my next play here. This time we're going to head over to the hits, runs, and RBIs category because today I'm going to go with J-Rod here. I think he's in a great spot. Over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. If you pair this with a main square on PrizePicks, like for example, we'll go like Pete Alonso, pays out about a 2.75x over on PrizePicks. So if you are to pair Busch and J-Rod together and they both win, it would pay out about 2.75x over on PrizePicks. But J-Rod here has been over in about 57% of games this year in both of his last 2 games and only 5 of his last 10. However, this has one of the best over-unders on the slate that's going to be in Yankee Stadium with the wind blowing out a little bit, I believe. It should be a lot better for home runs here. But J-Rod here has been over in 57%, like I said, and wins this year because they are slight favorites in this game, not by much, but they are on the road and being favored. I expected them to put up some runs. So in games that they win this year, he's been over in 73%, against righties 74%, with a monster hit rate, especially as of late, going over in 80% of his last 20 when they win against a righty. So he's been in a pretty good spot this year. On the road, though, he has actually been a little bit better this year, going over in about 62%. On the road versus righty, you can see there is about 64%, but the last 20, 75%. There's a lot of reasons to like J-Rod there, just kind of based off of those splits. But now he gets to match up here against Marcus Stroman, a righty, who he has a 250 batting average against in about 8 plate appearances, which is about 2 hits. Not anything super crazy there, but also not terrible either. So I'm not super worried about that at all. That's pretty standard. J-Rod has been just slightly better against righties this year, while Stroman has been slightly worse against righties this year. Not really in terms of ERA. His ERA is ridiculously bad, especially against lefties, but 352 is still not very good against righties, and same with the 267 batting average allowed. 305 on-base average, though, for J-Rod. He's going to be facing mainly the sinker today as well as a slider. The sinker, though, he has a massive 397 on-base average against and is not really striking out at all either against that pitch. He's mainly been putting that ball into play. Slider is kind of a different story with a 230 on-base average, but I'm not super concerned about that, especially with the sinker being one of his best pitches to hit against and with him throwing that the most often, nearly 40% of the time. So overall, I think J-Rod is in a pretty good spot here against Stroman. I like the Mariners' offense today as a whole. I think you should be able to put him some work today. So give me Julio Rodriguez over his 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs today against the Yankees. I should hopefully have some free plays here over on Twitter today. DOMG props over on X, whatever you guys want to call it, Twitter or X. Should hopefully have a free 6-man posted over here, so don't miss out in checking out my Twitter. If you have not already, go follow it at DOMG props. And if you have yet to join the DubClub, don't miss out in at least checking it out. I recommend checking it out for at least a month. You go get that discount for your first month. We've been winning a ton over in the DubClub. You also get access to my community chat as well as all my contributors' plays. It is a very good place to be. So don't miss out on joining with the link over in my description. Thank you for watching. So for the next video, best of luck. If you want to make over $5,000 of profit on PrizePicks, watch this video on your screen right here.